All right.
Game two, I'm thinking Ryu.
All right. So it's not Ryu. It's never Ryu. It will never be Ryu. Ryu doesn't exist. I mean that was Ryu actually. You know you can't play the same character twice.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, oh, you got it. Thanks. Um,
Yep.
all right. So I'm gonna go with Yuzuriha this time. Um,
It's Ryu, obviously.
I
It's always Ryu. Sam plays Ryu.
you, you've misled me too often. I
It's fine.
can't
It's
be.
Ryu or Potemkin. I'll cede that Potemkin is also pretty likely.
I'm gonna
No
remind
other
myself
characters,
what was played in the previous rounds.
Ryu, I think.
Equus and Propeller
Which is like Ryu,
Knight
if Ryu had more power.
and more guard. Well, not that much
And
more, honestly. Ryu
yeah,
has some guard.
it's like Ryu if Ryu could lose to Assault.
There you go. Um,
All
yeah,
right,
Ryu,
Devris
but somehow better at
versus
range.
Potemkin.
Oh, it actually was Potemkin, but it wasn't Ryu.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Well, Potemkin is kind of like Ryu.
Uh, y- y-
He has a fireball.
um, uh,
And 1-inch punch.
uh, huh? I,
Yeah.
oh, range one, push three?
Yeah.
I, that's, I guess against assault in exceed mode at range one.
Yeah.
It's 1-inch punch. I got there. I got there. Does the damage number's not quite the same, but
Yeah, it's a little different.
it's a little different. It's a little different. All right. Devris into Potemkin. Devris from season one of the solo fighters, not part of Red Horizon, still part of season one, just not the same setting as most of the cast. Notable for being from, I thought Summoner Wars, actually apparently Mage Wars. But
There's
yes,
a lot of wars out there.
yeah. And he's here to win them. He has the resources to maintain it. So when he spends gauge to generate force, he can generate 1 or 2 force per gauge spent. In Exceed mode, that goes up to 3, making him a resource monster. He also has an ability that lets him gain gauge by spending life as an action. 1 life to the top projective gauge. Typically prefers to open with the boost that lets him do this a lot at once. Yeah, that one. Thank you. Good demonstration there.
Yeah.
Lose 4 life, put the top 3 cards of your deck into your gauge. Traditionally, they're using
And
something across
here comes Summoned Assailants. No.
No. Yeah,
Wow.
traditionally you lose either Drain Life or Summon Assailants to this. Losing a focus is also notable, but not nearly as high value as
Yeah.
Summon Assailants, one of the strongest range 7 attacks in the game, which is...
I mean, Devris has basically won the
crazy.
game by not flipping one of those.
Uh, hmm. Um, that I find this suspect. Drain Life has Infernal Power on it, a 6 force boost, which is really a 2 or 3 gauge boost depending on whether he's in Exceed mode, for plus 3 power, plus 3 speed. You know, not Ryu's Way of the Warrior, but instead Way of the Warlock, as it has been affectionately nicknamed in many cases. Potemkin saying, okay, well, you know, I'm Potemkin. I am going to walk forward, and I have stats. That is, in fact, my role in life. Unless I'm already at range 1, then I don't walk forward, I just have stats. But stats is now capitalized and bolded.
And we're just flipping over on Devris.
Yep, makes sense. Turn
It's
to
on
Exceed. That is
very
kind
early.
of... Yeah, Devris's preferred opener is Turn to Exceed.
Yep.
Yeah. So he can now generate a lot of force, which notably he has a lot of force costs between the 6 force boost, the 3 force boost, or is it 4? How much is that?
3.
4. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
All right. Potemkin boosting faultless defense. Yeah, has a lot of stats, and if he tried to deny him the gauge from the stats, then okay, there we go. All right, yep, assault makes sense. Cross makes sense. Yep. Deborah's saying, I noticed that you had a lot of armor and guard. I'm not going to bother hitting you. Why would I do that? I'm just...
Yeah, I don't want part of that.
Yeah, I'm getting out of here. Crosses out to range. Potemkin playing assault, which, you know, certainly was not getting stuns. Does move a few spaces closer, so-called grappling movement. Hey, this looks familiar. Potemkin rocking the Burly Heart, range 2 now with, again, stats.
Okay, Devris, would you like to escape my pressure?
Devris might have some difficulty doing that. He doesn't have a lot of resources yet. I'm wondering if we just see the Devris action or if he has a boost of his own that he wants to play. Right, like you don't usually want to drop an Infernal Power this early because without the... Okay, there, just a regular old-fashioned plus 2 speed.
Makes sense.
Yep. Oh.
Not that, though.
Ukemi
We're dropping
the
a dive
Lights.
early. Wow.
Interesting. Usually you see the Ukemi's held for... Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so Burly Heart also getting discarded. Area shift to range 1 and end of turn. Okay. Yeah, usually you see the text or the Ukemi's save for infernal power. Devris using backstep, that's a pretty resource efficient way to get away. That makes sense. Second assault or slash gets played by Potemkin as a boost this time to go into range 2, moving ever closer. Potemkin with 1 gauge could change the board state in a dramatic way at any time, since he is a character with cancels, where you can spin a gauge after you play a boost with the cancel icon to take another action. Devris doesn't really have action compression. He does have numbers, like he has resources. He uses his resources to make those numbers go up, but he doesn't have a very, very fast tempo gameplay. So Potemkin probably wants to try to kill Devris before he has time to accumulate a lot of gauge, a lot of force, a lot of stats. Both slashes.
A lot of what Devris is going to do late game if he can get there is pretty anathema to what Potemkin wants to do. So especially important to get what you can really.
Yeah. Potemkin says I'm tanky, I'm tough, and I've got stats. And Devris says nice stats. I have +8 power. Right. All right. Potemkin now at range 1. Armorclad Faith. A little sad to see Gigantic Kai drop this early because it's a fantastic attack, but it's also a fantastic boost. You know.
Yep. That's trade-offs.
Yep.
All right. More money.
Yep. All right. Devris losing more life to get more gauge. This is really fantastic, and he's played that twice in a game.
And still not hit one of the notable power cards.
Yep.
Losing a combustion is kind of sad because Infernal Armor is pretty funny into Potemkin. But...
True. Yeah, Potemkin doesn't really love dealing with that. Tends to has to use Megatona Furiosa.
Megatona Furiosa. Yeah.
Thank you. There it is. To blast through it, but he definitely can. Yeah, instantly. It seems Devris took his action a little bit earlier to put Mark for Death in the gauge. Not that he had the choice. It's the top card of his deck. That's a pretty useful card for getting out of the corner. What?
Sure
Parry.
is. Oh, parry away the Demon Bond.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. I mean, Demon Bond is a heck of a mid speed, right?
Yeah.
That is a 12 power speed 4, and that
kills you.
Yeah. I mean, even Potemkin sweep wouldn't tank that. Although if Potemkin initiated with focus, he still would, which is sure a thing to say.
What a statement.
Yeah. All right. However, Potemkin not initiating does mean that he doesn't have the pressure of his ability taking place, because that is an initiate-only effect that gives him plus power and armor, giving Devris a chance to get out of the corner. Devris has used 1 cross, and 1 Mark for Death is down. Those are his typical ways to escape the corner, is playing Mark for Death as an attack to just leave, usually go from 1 to 3, and then also out of the corner.
Yep.
Or using Run, which everybody... Okay. Retreats range 2. Okay, you're cornered at range 2. You might be about to be cornered at range 1, in which case I'm concerned for you, Devris. Are you feeling okay?
On the bright side, Devris does have plenty of force available right now.
That's true. He could,
this could just be walk 1 back to make sure you can get more distance when you walk on the following turn.
Yeah. He could pay 2 gauge and a card from hands and go on the other side. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 gauge or 2 gauge and 2 cards from hands to just go to range 7. And I'm kind of expecting that.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, is a little costly, but we still haven't seen Summoned Assailants, which is noted good range 7 attack, and Potemkin doesn't have the gauge to support Gigantic Eye, which is how he would, pretty easily avoid it.
Yep.
All right. Devris checking those discards. I guess there's also Slide Head, but
not particularly useful into exactly Summoned Assailants.
Yeah, gets done by Summoned Assailants pretty handily at range 7. Is a range 8 option, but that Devris doesn't technically have. And against just trying to stall is fairly punishing. So if Devris runs away and the threat isn't real, then a Slide Head would be pretty nasty. But if the threat is real, then that's a problem. Okay, there. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like 2 cards from hand and 2 gauge would be my guess here. 3 force, 6 force.
Gauge.
7 force, 8 force.
8 force.
Oh.
Not that one. Yes, that one. All right.
Wait.
Oh, nope.
Okay.
All right, that one.
That one. Yeah, for sure. Probably thinking about whether they really want to discard their tech from hands when there is a +4 armor boost in play.
Makes sense.
Yep. Potemkin in general having pretty high quality boosts, and in particular actually being one of the Season 7 characters who is likelier to have a boosted in play because he doesn't just always cancel them. He's pretty happy to sit on these stats. Potemkin preparing. I wonder if he's just okay with blocking the Summoned Assailants. Oh, well, yeah, there you go. Yeah, you have 4 fewer armor now. I'm actually surprised that that was worthwhile.
Yeah, I'm huh. Interesting.
I guess you're like spending 1 force for +4 power.
Kinda.
In a sense.
Yeah, kinda. I mean, that assumes that Potemkin, with his very large hand, is going to decide to not actually neutralize that threat now.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So range attacks don't hit. Yep, that is one of the other ways to deal with it. Of course, Devris can just pass turn, but that will give Potemkin gauge, which is itself very dangerous. Yep. And now there's 2 gauge, which means Gigantic is online. So the range dodge is accessible.
Yep. Notably, Potemkin is down both assault or slashes, so the actual large burst movement is pretty unavailable, even with cancels.
True. Yeah, he's used an area shift, which is only 2 spaces of movement anyway, which that leaves him, I think, only Kara cancel as far as like cancelable movements.
Yeah,
so just
there's that, and like hypothetically, initiate dive is a real option here.
Oh sure, well, initiating dive would win the speed tie, let you move in, then summon assailants. Would hit for a mere
only
7.
Only hits for 7
instead of 10.
Yeah.
Now, which this all sounds quite bad for Potemkin, but like let's note the life totals, right? Like Devris has burned himself up for a bunch of life. How goes the
summon assailants?
Oh, okay. Well, good news. Potemkin is not blind to the existence of this card. I was kind of wondering if this was going to be a knowledge check, if the player just wasn't paying enough attention and didn't realize the summon assailants is online.
They're just fully aware.
They
just wanted to route in such a way that they kept the gauge.
Yep, knocked one copy down, and are set up with access to Gigantic Eye. So yeah, this is kind of interesting. Oh, what?
Oh, interesting.
Bold.
Saying, all right, I got Slide Head. You don't have summoned assailants.
Yep. If the second, which yeah, Devris has 4 copies left in deck. He could at will just decide he's going to draw his second summon assailants. The risk of doing that, though, if it's not already in his hand, is that Potemkin might well just say, "Okay, scramble." Now that you've drawn it.
Yeah, if you actually go into the make sure I have summoned assailants, yeah, Potemkin sneezes at you.
Yep.
And you lose access to it.
Yep. Okay, here's a strike. This is Gigantic Eye into summon assailants. What?
Oh!
It
calls
was bait.
out not summoned assailants.
And is
really hard.
Is right to do it.
He's rewarded for it.
That's amazing. Yeah, discards a random card, does no damage but didn't need to, gains 2 gauge.
Yep.
And closes 2. That was
positioning incredible.
Yep. Yeah, Devris trying to bait that Gigantic Eye without a doubt. And eliminate that advantage. Potemkin yeah, that backfired.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, Potemkin responded with EX Slide Head, so it's Potemkin's turn, right? Yeah, okay.
Yep. And suddenly things are looking pretty great for Potemkin here.
Yep.
Being able to keep the gauge for that Gigantic Eye online in addition to closing in?
Yeah. Yeah, and at range 5 where
incredibly efficient.
Oh! Boost. Okay.
Whoa!
No, this is Gigantic Eye.
Is this just a dive?
This is scramble, cancel, huge cancel.
Yeah.
Probably Gigantor. Might be dive.
Yeah.
Oh, it's dive.
No,
that's gonna stun!
Oh, and it stuns the summon assailants!
Oh, no.
Oh my god, that's so bad for Devris.
Oh my gosh. Why are they at range 1? Oh, push or pull 1! You just push or pull 1!
Yeah.
Oh, that's so bad.
That is so devastating. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Devris
goes for the Dark Strength.
Needs to draw another card.
Oh, did they not draw for end of turn?
Yeah. I think they missed. They missed either the now draw 1, which because it's not templated like a now effect probably.
Yep.
All right, so the hand is now known. 0/6 EX Drain Life, which right now would not be extra gauge.
Nope.
Phantasmal Might for potentially 6 power. Demon Mod for potentially 12 power. Sorry, 14. Actually, wait. I don't think they have enough force for that. Yeah, so this boost is a +4 power boost that typically is going to cost a gauge and a card from hands to actually make use of. Nice thing about it is that you don't have to pay the cost until you're before timing, so you know for sure whether you're hitting. You don't pre-invest.
Very interesting part about the scenario is that Devris actually can't force both Drain Lives back into the deck without striking with one of them.
Yep.
For this reshuffle, so there is a really awkward part where Devris kind of needs to abuse his ridiculous boost game to actually pull this back. Yeah. But he's going down a copy.
Yeah, he's going. Yeah, he can't use 4 Drain Lives or 4 Infernal Powers. He can use at most 3. And that's pretty awkward. Okay.
Yeah, very uncomfortable situation to be in.
Yeah. Very, very good for Potemkin. Let's see.
And also kind of, like, demands that Devris play one of these boosts this turn if he wants to actually go for that kind of boosting line, because if he decides to walk to defuse Potemkin's bonuses, that forces a reshuffle.
Yep. Either play a boost on the turn or just strike, although striking with Drain Life is not good because you don't have a deck, so you won't get an extra gauge for it.
Yeah. It's also not a fantastic shape into Potemkin right now.
That is true. Yeah. Also, if you strike with it, whether one or both, that's leaving your hand. You don't have that immediately available. Potemkin, I'm imagining, is just going to Wild Swing. This is a pretty scary hand. Okay, no prepares. Is willing to give Devris a turn. I definitely think we see Infernal Might. Way the Warlock.
Yep, that makes the most sense to me.
Yep. The question is what to spins. Okay, spins 2 gauge. Is not spinning any of that hands.
Interesting.
Right. Fair enough.
Okay, well, that is locking the remaining Infernal Power to the one on board and the one in hand.
Yep.
There are none left.
+4 armor. All right. So
neutralizes the Dark Strength, but still has to deal with the Infernal Power.
Yep. Notably, yeah, there's still a lot of stats in play. Demon Bond no longer really threatening because with only 1 gauge remaining, it's
not hitting for much.
Yeah, you have to honestly pay your force costs, and Devris doesn't want that. He wants to pay them very dishonestly.
He wants to cheat.
Yeah, wants to cheat. He's made a pact with some sort of demon. He wants that person to pay his costs.
Yeah.
All right, good old fashioned strike. So I kind of like a Phantasmal Might here.
I can get behind it.
Yeah, like that could be a 13 power potentially. Pretty costly. I think he can afford that. 8s. Yeah, he could afford that.
But then we probably just accept losing the strike here. Oh, it's the other Drain Life.
Okay. All right. Devris.
All Infernal Power's gone.
Yeah, all Infernal Power's gone, but Devris really, really looking for those resources. Pays the gauge. So that is 8 power, does 7 damage.
Yep.
Sorry, +3. I forgot Infernal Power.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so gauge and card from hands to get the maximum possible power, so that was an 11 power attack.
Did they factor in the armor from...
Wait. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That was 11 power. -4 armor.
Okay.
They just missed the armor. Yeah. I think they were about to explain how they paid the cost, but that's not the...
Yeah. All right. Notably, both Infernal Power is now down. 1 mark for death down permanently.
Yep.
That's a lot of power cards gone.
Yeah. Like Devris needs to win strikes that hard. It's a question of how many more can he win with those tools out of his hands and out of his deck.
Yeah.
Whew.
And Potemkin is in a pretty great place to just start throwing stats.
Like this. Yeah, like this. These are stats.
Badass cancel, strike from hand.
That's Potemkin Buster. This is 8 power Potemkin Buster. I'm sure of it. Notably, there's some really nasty mix-ups there. This could, in fact, be...
Yeah.
Like, you say, okay, I can focus or block Potemkin... Or so I can block Potemkin Buster, and now it's Garuda Impact. Exactly what I... Yes.
God.
The most punishing possible answer to block. Discard 2 cards of your choice, and by the way, 7 power. By the way, my advantage.
There goes the Demon Bond.
There goes the Demon Bonds. Gonna pay for, lots and lots of armor. But Potemkin with advantage.
And advantage on Potemkin's half. No Demon Bond to worry about anymore.
Yep. 1 left in deck, but not enough force to make it meaningful. That was a fantastic...
So remaining in hand, Phantasmal Might?
Wait.
Advantage, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Unknown Cross is now known to us in omniscient view, but not actually public info.
Yeah, we can enjoy the benefit of that. Yeah, in principle, they should be shuffling that deck. I don't think it's going to matter for very long. I suspect that Devris is just going to have to Wild Swing whatever that card was, and it's probably not good enough to beat Potemkin Buster now. Ooh. I guess dive is how you cover Potemkin Buster. Yeah, strike.
So Phantasmal Light does actually still cover it, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it has enough power to stun it if it's a second copy. Okay.
Summoned Assailants is not going to do it.
Yeah. 3 power does not stun 3 card. Potemkin hits for 7.
Anyway, take 7 and discard a card, please.
Probably that cross. There's that cross. No more corner escape for you. Oh my gosh.
And all that's left is a Phantasmal Might, which, like, it's a good card.
Ooh.
Not Not right now.
Yeah, change card 6 without a doubt. Oh
Yeah.
no, move.
Oh no, walking 6. Okay.
Okay, well that's pretty reasonable actually. That's
Yeah.
understandable. Like range 5, not exactly an impressive range for Potemkin. Probably just going to prepare. He's ahead by enough, and he is still, I believe, holding the threat.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think Gigantic is down. I think Potemkin will probably be reshuffling in the near future. But yeah, that whew, that's rough. So, Summoned Assailants went down there. Was the other copy before reshuffle? So there's still one available.
Yes, there's one left in deck.
All right. So as far as power cards go, that's a big one, right? The remaining Summoned Assailants can still hit for an inhuman amount of damage. Oh.
Whoa!
Okay.
Oh wow!
We are at range 1. I'm not exceeding. I am just paying for Force to Move.
Just get me in there.
I did not expect that. I would have not been surprised by the exceed. I would have not been surprised by prepare. Potemkin saying he wants this game over sooner rather than later.
Which, like, makes sense. Just don't give him the chance to draw into his power cards.
Yeah.
You know, there's Mark for Death up. There's Summon Assailants up. There is a Demon Bond somewhere.
Yeah, but not enough force to make it matter, which is the main thing, right? Don't give Devris time. With time, he will have resources.
Yeah. Don't let him actually draw into the things that matter here. Just force him to play his normals game, which he doesn't have a stellar one with no setup.
Yeah, with no setup, he's just playing everybody's normals and some okay specials.
Yep.
Somebody said, didn't Potemkin get basically this in a Strive update? Like,
yeah, he just teleports next to you.
1, 2, 3, 4. 3 force. Yeah, they're noticing. Okay, I was about to say 3 force does not get you to range 3 on the other side. All right, Potemkin prepares now. Okay, range 2 a little bit better for Devris, obviously. Better than range 1, that is. Better than range 1 in the corner, that is.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, but no gauge on either side is pretty notable.
I believe both crosses down for Devris.
Devris going to fix
very
that.
notable part.
Okay.
There goes the other Phantasmal Might.
Yep. Wait, didn't we see that? Okay, Potemkin reshuffling. That makes sense. Been waiting for that.
Yep.
All right. 10 life up, but no meter on either, or no meter on Potemkin's side, only 1 on Devris' side. It's definitely not Demon Bond. That's probably cross.
Probably the Phantasmal? Or just the Sweep.
That's going to stun. That's a clean win.
Ooh,
Potemkin trying to call the cross, but not successful in so doing.
But I believe both crosses were down.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I wonder if it was calling an assault then? Yeah, something to trade, essentially, trying to deal enough damage. Don't know why you would want the range, though. All right, Potemkin prepares.
Mark for Death is what it was.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, you either have to walk all the way out with Mark for Death, or you just eat it.
Or you just get wrecked. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Yep, Devris also prepares. Faultless. Okay, we're going back to early game neutral. Potemkin saying,
yeah. It's the start of the game again.
Yeah. It's like, I'm okay with you having your resources. I have enough defenses, I believe. Though Devris now is able to play mix-ups again. He still has Spike, excuse me.
Yes, that is true. Devris deck is getting pretty thin, though. A lot of options have gone down.
Ooh, true. And Potemkin with a fresh deck, renewing his tools, his resources, might get his own crosses to area shift, might get his own blocks to just build gauge. Is this going to be a reading? So Potemkin has Scramble to force opponent Wild Swing. He's from Season 7. Devris with Reading can force the opponent to play a particular normal if they have it in hand. That's a decent way to diffuse setups to try to... Oh. Looked like we were about to have the character ability for 3 gauge.
Debating it.
Seems pretty reasonable. You know, it's kind of hard to go from 9 to 0 in one hit. Potemkin can do it, but I don't think without a boost in play. Or, like, 4 gauge.
Yeah.
Really considering. Okay.
Really thinking.
Looks
like a choice between playing a mix-up, trying to deny that gauge, or just accepting the gauge and being like, all right.
Yeah.
I'll use my remaining resources to kill you.
Yeah, so if Phantasmal Might was in hand, that's a decent way to stun through this if Potemkin tries to play something reliable like Assault or, like Mega Fist.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Megafist gets
That's a good trade, but Potemkin going into his turn with bonus resources and a gauge and range 1 is pretty tough.
Yeah. So Potemkin trades down numerically, but has a gauge, has drawn 2 cards, is at range 1. I hope that was worth it, Devris.
Notably, that does put down Megaton of Furioso 1 copy of it.
True.
So blocks are a lot safer for Devris, and I believe both are still up on this shuffle.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah, they as we've seen, they lose horrifically to Gruta impacts, but only Gruta impacts. And actually, Devris now has enough resources with 3 gauge built up that he can still afford to pay for those. I wonder if he's looking for his EX Speed 6 Ultra just to try to stuff something out and then rebuild with advantage. That's a pretty common way for Devris to try to end games. I'd be worried about trading, though. Potemkin with a hand of 6 cards at range 1. I'm sure he has something cool to do, and I am looking forward to it. Okay, yeah. Devris takes 2.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Potemkin takes 2.
Yeah.
He was at 9, or was he at 8?
He was at 8, yes.
All right, cool.
He was at 12, took 4, now down to
Got it.
6 from 2.
And then deals 7, bringing Devris down to 2 life. Okay, well, this is kind of exactly where Devris needs to end the game.
Yep. Which is believable. There could be like a fire stream, call out the defensive assault, and then play anything.
Yeah,
this... Which, could also just be combustion, which does kill right now at 6 speed.
Oh, true. That's a pretty hefty combustion. I'm not expecting a spike. If I was Potemkin, I would be pretty willing to play a block or a Gigantic for the armor, saying like, if it's spike, I don't die. So like, I'm also like noted fan of losing a spike. Yeah, case in point.
Yeah, and it's the combustion.
It is
right. Like that is like a very logical play.
Makes sense. Ooh, Potemkin might be giving up the Gigantic threat. No, he's not. He's not. Okay.
Nope.
Pays 2 force.
Right,
willing to drop the Ukemi makes sense. We know that Way of the Warlock is no longer available. All right, Potemkin with 2 gauge, his turn.
Oh, and both Infernal Armors down now, I believe.
I don't remember.
I think one was part of the hand when the reshuffle happened.
Okay.
I might be wrong on that.
All right, both players counting cards, looking at discards, saying, all right, how much has my opponent exhausted their options? I see some folks asking about this game. How hard is it to learn? Fairly easy to learn. I will let you know if I master it. I've only been playing for about 11 years. Another combustion.
Oh,
is
no,
a Gigantic
the other combustion.
No, that's game. That's game.
What a funny way to end.
Oh, Gigantic would have done it.
Gigantic was just a wild swing away.
Oh, all right. Devris takes it with combustion, having 2 of them back to back. Well played. That was intense. Oh, I love neutral. It's so good.